to the delight of this Buffalo crowd. It was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. And we are underway in Buffalo. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Run there on first down, and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Love. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd down, Love.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off at the 36. And the Bills are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it, and he's giving me the evil eye, folks. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Throwing is Wentz. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Now Wentz. And it's caught. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Beautiful throw right there on 3rd down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a 1st and goal at the 1.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Sanders looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal. Whip. Watch the whip. Lefty.
Sanders again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. First and goal, no gain. Second and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball third time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And this time he is in. Miles Sanders, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Love. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's going to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? On 2nd and 9, Love. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Love. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Hassan Reddick, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And that'll set him back 5. Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. Love looking to throw it. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Hassan Reddick, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. offense ready to go for their next drive.
They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
At the 25-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a play fake. Wentz. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
The Bills on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. To throw is Wentz. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Going deep for Diggs. And this one is incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Here's 2nd and 10.
A give running left. It's Sanders. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The Bills on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Wentz. He's got the hook up with Diggs.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Michael Gallup, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
2nd and 10.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Love, they go play action now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in the field goal range now at the 27-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second. Season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And Diggs has it. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 0-1, right? Raiders, Patriots. And I believe they've buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. Throwing again on second down. Wentz, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered. He let one slip away last week as well. So now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out of practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Bills are going to get the football back at their own 17. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. This is Bawden. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Nick Bawden, as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Wentz going to throw.
Try to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Following the interception, Love. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Here's Love. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Now 1st down carry by Sanders, well defensed as they'll hold him to just a couple. 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
60 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Wentz now to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Wentz. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try to run with Sanders. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
It's now 4th and goal. Young Wei Koo on for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. Here's Johnson with a reception. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is a case of improper form from a tackling perspective, because when you get ready to go up against a back like this, everyone has to be able to understand you've got to be able to slow him down and let the cavalry come to the rescue. They were nowhere to be found that time, though, and this winds up being a big play.
And the next-gen stats tell us he took it better than 30 yards after that initial contact.
On play action, love to throw, looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Another run here with Sanders. Fights him off, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
76 yards on the ground now for Sanders. He's got a first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On first down, Wentz. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. That one caught. It's the rookie De'Ami Brown. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Going deep for Diggs. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. That is caught by Anderson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air. even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On first down, it's Sanders. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. To throw on 2nd and 6, Wentz.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
The Bills on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Wentz. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. Touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. And they go play action with Franks. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Love from the gun. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Bills on third down. They've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This is 3rd and 7. On third down, they turn to Sanders. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Oh, that was never on target. It's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settled in now 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Now Franks.
And he finds his target, Ebron. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down, Carolina.
Love now. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, stating the obvious, this is going to be one that the rookie quarterback is going to want to forget pretty quickly.
And what quarterback has not gone through this in their rookie year?
Yeah, they all have. I guess it's cliche, but these are the ones you hope to grow from, right?
It's just part of life on the road in the NFL. He has to learn from it and grow.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Jeremy Chin there defensively.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Another run with Sanders. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. On play action, Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Bills send the punter out. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Gets past one man. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Play action this time with Love. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Setting up play action. Franks. Deep ball for Goodwin. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Marquise Goodwin scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The return man, Ty Johnson. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Wentz on the give to Sanders. Sanders a first down, still going. The 30. 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Bills have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because
that's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. The rookie was trying to push him downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And despite the cold, despite the snow, this one was fun to watch. And I want to thank you for bringing two things.